Hello and welcome back to more Football Manager 2019 with me, Mr. Grand 2, and episode 16 of Monaco. We're back a little bit earlier than I anticipated, but two games today that we're going to play that I would really like to show you. January is nearly over. We have still got deadline day to come. I've just been told that Arsenal are planning on bidding for Keita Balde, so that's going to be fun. See if we can avoid that one. But we have sold one first team player, a couple of reserve players as well have gone. But Jorge is the first team player who has gone. He was, of course, our backup left back for the first part of the season. He's gone to Dortmund for £23 million. As you can see, his valuation is considerably below that. They just bid for him for 8 million, and I was like, how about 20, 23? And they said yes. So I thought, well, why not? Because he's good. He's pretty solid. Nothing wrong with him, but he's not amazing. It was pretty good money. And in terms of replacing him, then we haven't had to spend any money at all, really, because we've got Antonio Barreca, who was already on our books. He spent the first season out on loan at Newcastle, as he did in real life, or at least I think half of it. But we had him back in the summer. I didn't want to sell him really because it was pretty good, but we just had three really good left backs or solid left backs. So I felt we didn't really need to have all three of them, so I loaned him out to Benfica with a recall option, and lo and behold, with Jorge being sold, we just bring him back, and for no money spent, we have replaced our backup left back like for like. We have also made a signing, though he will not be joining us for a while. Valmir is a 16-year-old Brazilian at Cruzeiro. We paid 3.5 million, which was his release clause, and well, I think it's worth it. Look at him. He's still only 16, 20 teamwork, 15 work rate, really good technicals already. 15 determination. There's not really anything to not like about him. He could probably start for us in midfield now. And he's not going to be able to join us until July 2021. So a year and a half, a year and a half of development for him. I think he's going to be really, really special when he does finally make his way to the Principality. Since last time, then things have gone pretty well. A few disappointing draws in the league, but we started off with a 4-0 win against Dijon. Pietro Pellegrini scoring another goal to follow up his hat trick against Inter Milan in the last episode. Unfortunately, because it's his football manager, he promptly got injured in that match. He was out for 3 weeks. He also asked for a new contract as well because, whenever a player does well, you either get injured or ask for a new contract, or both. I have given him a new contract. We pretty well negotiated. I think it's on about 50,000. Should last him for a while. We got through in the Coupe de la Ligue against Nims 3-2. Rotated side winning just about. 1-1 draw with Reims in the league, not particularly great. But we got through in the Coupe de France against Villefranche-Beaujolais. We beat Troy in the quarter-final of the Coupe de Ligue 4-0, pretty comprehensive. Noah Masanega getting his first goal. I didn't show you his awesome hair last time. There it is. Very awesome indeed. 1-0 win against Auxerre in the league, just about scraped over the line. Rabiot getting us there once again. And then our most recent game was another disappointing draw against Lille. They're not having a great season, really. So a few points dropped there. We are still top of the league, but it is only by 3 points ahead of Lyon, albeit with a game in hand. Marseille just 2 points behind. PSG still really struggling despite all the money that they spent in the summer. They have not had the best time of it. Way behind us, down in fourth, in danger of not even qualifying for the Champions League. Not many defeats, but they drew with Marseille, drew with Bordeaux. They actually lost to Standard Liège in the Champions League. 4-1 defeat to Lyon as well. So dropping points all over the place are the Parisians. They've spent even more money in January. They bought Bruno Amione, one of the highly rated Argentinians in the game, a real Argentinian from Belgrano. They also just signed Andre Onana, who I considered signing in the summer if we couldn't get Alban Lafont. He looks pretty good as well. So we begin today with some Coupe de la Ligue action. It's the semi-final against Marseille, who've been one of our closest challengers domestically this season. Um, it's going to be double cup action today. I wanted to highlight the two competitions that we didn't do especially well in last year. We did get to the semi-final of the Coupe de France last year, but obviously we lost. So I would like to win both of these. Monaco actually haven't won either of these competitions in a very, very long time, I think. If we have a quick look here. Yeah, so the last time they won the Coupe de France, which will be our second game today against Saint Etienne, was in 1991. Very, very long time ago. And the Coupe de la Ligue, they've only won once in 2003. So it would be nice to win both of these competitions. So semi-final of the Coupe de la Ligue, first of all, against Marseille. And this is the team we're going to go with. We're going to go full strength. Lafont's going to be in goal. Mendy, De Ligt, Glick, and Sidibe. Well, I think Sidibe's a little bit lacking in fitness, so we'll bring Benjamin Henriks in for him, give him a bit of a rest. Skov is going to be on the right, Balde on the left, Rabiot and Tielemans in the middle. Alexander Golovin, we welcome him back in attacking midfield. He's not really got going yet since his injury, but he's ever 4 months out. Pretty big injury. Hopefully his strength can recover a little bit as well. Pellegrini is also going to be up front. Well, we did, of course, play Marseille last episode, and it was a win there in the league. A win today would be much appreciated as well. We need to get into the final. This would actually be our first final, not counting the Trophy de Champions, which I mean doesn't really count because you're sort of automatically there if you win the league. But this would be our first cup final. Would like to get there. Would like to win it. Early chance for us. Here's Balde. Hopefully we can keep hold of him. Doesn't go to Arsenal. Skov though puts the ball across, gets blocked, gets another chance of it. And Adrien Rabiot, who has been excellent in excellent form in recent weeks, puts us ahead. Immediate response though from Marseille, possibly. No, the free kick from Payet comes to nothing, and it's us breaking. Tielemans has fed Pellegrini. Can he find the angle? He cannot. Mandanda makes the save. Corner though is coming in from Robert Skov, looking for De Ligt. He's found Glick instead, and he heads into the arms of the goalkeeper. Henriks with the throw, flicked on by Pellegrini. It was a great header. Didn't actually end up coming to anything though. But the highlight's not over. Henriks has just given the ball straight to Payet, but Golovin, though, winning it back, going for a bit of a run, passing it straight to the Marseille defence, and it's Marseille breaking once more. Bit very, very end-to-end stuff here. Here's Pellegrini, though, forces another fine save from Mandanda. Well, half-time, we have a narrow lead, as we did in the league against them, but looking pretty good so far. Oh, Pellegrini's robbed Cesar Montes. He's joined Marseille, the highly rated Mexican defender, and forces another save from Mandanda. He has had so many opportunities today. Corner in once again. This time De Ligt heads over. Skov goes for a bit of a run. The ball is, well, it looks like it was going through to one of our players. Instead, it's been called back for the foul, and Luis Gustavo has been sent off. Free kick late on from Bachelier goes wide, and that is going to be that. Pretty uneventful match, certainly the second half. But another 1-0 win against Marseille, and we are through to the Coupe de la Ligue final. And our opponents in that final are going to be Bordeaux, who have beaten PSG. PSG, once again, not going to win a trophy. Bordeaux, I think, were the winners last year, if memory serves. Let's have a quick check. Uh, Coupe de la Ligue. Yes, indeed, they did. Bordeaux, the defending champions, I think they beat PSG last year in the final. You've got Danny Welbeck playing for them as well, which is nice to see. That match is going to be played on the 4th of April, so a very long time, but definitely something I will bring you. Just doing the Champions League registration for the knockout stages. This is always the bane of my life on Football Manager, but fantastic news. Pietro Pellegrini has now qualified as an under 21 player and therefore doesn't need to be registered anymore. I think because he joined in Monaco in the January 2 years ago. Anyway, so we can move him out. I've registered Barreca in place of Jorge. That means we can register Pelayo Maria, so we can at least have another attacking midfielder. Sorry to Thiago Almada for missing out, but I think Maria's been here for longer. He's the one that he deserves to be registered for the knockout stages. We're going to take a bit of a risk for our second match of the episode, the Coupe de France 10th round against Saint Etienne. We are away from home. I'm going to play the rotated team. I think you deserve a chance at more football. This could backfire, but given the fact we got to the Coupe de la Ligue final, I'm less concerned. But anyway, Subasic will be in goal. Barreca is going to be at left back. Badiashile in the middle with Mamana. Henriks on the right. Clark, Rongier, Tonali, and Maria is going to be our four across the middle. Maria can play on the right side. He's never really played there much for us, but Ronnie Lopez is injured, so he's going to step in today. Bachelia is going to play in attacking midfield with Falcao up front. Oh, corner for Saint Etienne put in by Wabi Kazri, and Subotic heads against the post. Get away with it there. Few ex-Premier League players, ex-Sunderland players in the Saint Etienne team. Chance for us now, though. Here's Barreca, formerly of Sunderland's arch rivals Newcastle, of course. Mamana out to Maria in his unfamiliar position on the right-hand side. We haven't lost it, though. Mamana plays it back to him. Tonali going inside now. Here's Barreca again. Falcao switched to Rongier, forces a save pretty easily from Bajic in the Saint Etienne goal. Oh, Kenny Lala cuts inside, and Wabi Kazri with a whipped shot in. He's always had that skill at Sunderland, Subasic saving us this time. And Saint Etienne definitely in the ascendancy here. Another chance for the home side, and this time it does come off. Wabi Kazri, he's been the danger man so far, and he does open the scoring. The assist from Youssef Ait Benassa. He is on loan from us, one of the sort of overage players who's couldn't really sell in the summer, and he got loaned to Saint Etienne, and he's come back to bite us, as was probably inevitable. Bachelia, though, with a free kick, chance for us to respond. Mamana flicks it on, then Henriks does as well. 3 chances there. We don't convert, though. Corner comes in, and that's cleared away. Great chance for an equaliser. Comes to nothing. Nobody really doing anything of note here. We need to improve in the second half. Some changes could be made. Gabels could come on. Massanego could come on as well. Tonali and Falcao are not having the best impression so far. We're looking to fashion ourselves an equaliser here. Maria's in lots of space. If he can find a good ball through to Falcao, he can. And Falcao gets his 7th of the season. Not been first choice this year, but he rolls back the years for that one to bring us back on level terms. Great run from Maria. Wasn't picked up. And a slide ball through to Falcao. Powerful finish from our most experienced outfield player. We're back on level terms. Oh, given away from the throw-in, not great. Here's DOC. There's Kazri again, and Subasic makes a relatively comfortable save. Not how we wanted this to go. Saint Etienne not out of this by any means. If anything, they look the side most likely to get a winner. Balls come in. Kazri's there. There's DOC, and that kind of felt inevitable. So much time for the cross from Christophe on this side. What was that? Just Barreca, not the best defending. Kazri's free. Diosi's not picked up. 3 defenders just sort of standing there, doing nothing. And we find ourselves behind again. And I don't really think we're going to be able to get back into this now with just 10 minutes left. You never know, but it's not looking particularly positive. Kazri then again on the ball, and our rotated side not good enough. Here's Laborde. And it's 3-1, and that is that. Probably, I did say it was a risk beforehand. I probably should have played the full strength side, but they've played a lot of football. We're gonna have to play a lot more football still to come. We've got a lot of important games coming up in the league. We've got the Champions League. Given the fact that we are in the final of the Coupe de la Ligue, I'm kind of disappointed, but I'm prepared to sack this off a little bit. Barek has been dreadful, absolutely shocking. Brings Sidibe on for the last 8 minutes. He's probably going to get fined for that performance. Asleep at the wheel. Mamana and Badiashile haven't exactly been much better. Let's bring on Keita Balde. Well, I was hoping our second string would have enough to see off Saint Etienne. Maybe at home they would have done, but really, really, really poor performance from them. A lot to do to improve our squad. I'm going to make them come into training tomorrow. That was not even close to good enough. I'm, disappointed, obviously, but it's not the end of the world given the fact that we are still competing on three fronts. Barreca's going to get fined for his performance. I think that wasn't good enough. He was at fault for both goals, but yeah, disappointing defeat there. Not good enough on the day. Saint Etienne definitely deserved the win. But that is going to be the end of the episode there. We are out of the Coupe de France, but we are into the final of the Coupe de la Ligue, and we are certainly still in the hunt for a second successive Ligue 1 title. We've also got the Champions League first knockout round against Chelsea. I didn't actually mention that, did I? We got drawn against Chelsea. That's going to be next episode. Then we're going to play Nice, our arch rivals, and Chelsea at home in the Champions League knockout round. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe so you don't miss that next episode, and I will see you next time.